What's up, card gamers? Right now we're here in Starbucks. It's around 8 p.m. Oh yeah, this Starbucks has a wait. Let me adjust so you can see. This Starbucks branch is located around Sky Garden. There's a water. I don't know what's called. Water something. Oh yeah, I think it's the water reservoir for the man-made waterfall ish here in Sky Garden. So that's all the accumulated raindrops. Anyways, this video will probably be uploaded once I've uploaded the other two box openings. So at that time, probably see what I pulled for those two, but I'm not gonna spoil about that. Um, I'm being quiet because apparently Starbucks instructs their customers to keep their voices low in order to limit droplet transmission, keeping the environment safe of COVID transmission. Probably for their business to continue its operations. I hope my audio is fine. If not, I'll probably redo this deck profile. So as you've read in the title, it's a Riviere updated, the EB15 Twinkle Melody update of Riviere deck profile. I've had this deck profile, this Riviere deck since 2019. When the owner of this deck gave it to me, ordered me to sell it, but so much people already messaged me and my sale post for this deck. Nobody really bought it because they keep lowballing me for it. As is, I can sell it for 2K, I can sell it for 2.5. I said 3K. 3K, no draw, no sentinels. This time there's sentinels in this deck. It's updated. It's in a way complete. It's finally a decent deck with sentinels this time. With updates, of course, of Twinkle Melody. So, without further ado, let's go straight to the deck profile. Of course, can't say Riviere without Top Idol Riviere. So, Top Idol Riviere, it's a previous set card around EB11. The skill is Vanguard skill. When place, counter +1, discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. So it's one of the specialty of Riviere actually. Keep drawing. Its draw engine is pretty decent. Of course, it's the usual case for a Bermuda deck having large hand size. Its secondary skill is the one that had been errated around last year, I think. Around January last year when Riviere has been topping so much in different locations in the world. So second skill, I think this is a once a turn per card. Same card, once a turn. So skill, at the end of battle, attack, discard 2 cards from your hand, ride up to 1 card with Riviere, discard name from your hand, a stand, and that unit gets drive -1 till end of turn. If you can imagine, you probably imagine already if the Herate hadn't been done by Bushiro, this deck probably will be one of the top decks till now. So it's a good thing. This card has been errated, future proofing it for the Twinkle Melody support. Next, it's support grade 3, same set I think. Yeah, VB11. Animated routing Marijan Axe skill. while it's in your hand. If you have Top Idol Riviere, that card, as your Vanguard, discard this card, draw a card, put a card from your drop zone into your soul. If a card with Riviere, this card name was put, return that card to your hand. And same, the ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. Same as the errata of the actual Top Idol Riviere. So, more or less, your target unit to return to your hand, if ever you get a target Riviere, is probably more or less discard. Because in my build, because I don't run Sedna. Why? Because I sold my Sednas. And also, the owner of this deck didn't give me Sednas to update this deck. But in a way, I suggest to run Sednas in order to have a searcher for Top Idol Riviere early game to ensure your Top Idol Riviere right and Top Idol Riviere in your hand. So that's the skill of animated routing Marijan. Marijan, I don't know that's the proper pronunciation. Moving on to the grade 2s. Of course, we're running Super Idol Riviere. Had skill, act. If your Vanguard is grade 2, write this card, draw a card from your draw a card I call to Mermaid Idol Riviere, the grade 1, from your soul to R. So it indicates that if you want to fully use its skill of calling to Mermaid Idol Riviere, you probably want to ride Mermaid Idol Riviere twice in your grade 1 turn in order to maximize Super Idol Riviere's first skill. And also to maybe to I don't know. Anyways, that's probably the skill. That's the skill, not probably. It's the skill of Super Idol Riviere. It's rear guard skill. Once a turn, auto. When your Vanguard with Riviere in its card name is placed, may stand this unit. So once you've superior road Top Idol Riviere during the battle phase by using Top Idol Riviere skill, so superior right this card from your hand when you have this you use this card skill. Pretty redundant. Stun. Stun this card when it's in your rear. So there's the possibility of multi-attack. Next, grade 2. I think you've already seen it in the peripherals. It's the new card from Twinkle Melody. Riviere support. Sporty Idol Ines. I don't know. It's a pretty good card if you're going for Force 2. At the same time, it's still good when you use it for Force 1. So it's first skill, an auto skill. When placed, counter +1, search your deck for up to one card with Riviere and its card name and the same grade as your Vanguard. So it's a toolbox skill. You can probably, in a way, it's as great researcher. In a way, once you have Top Idol Riviere in your Vanguard, you could probably use its first skill in order to search for the same card, which is Top Idol Riviere. So that's one of the reasons why I don't run Sedna in this deck. Why go for gacha of check top 5? There's a great 3 added to your hand when you can just toolbox, specifically search for that card before you go into the battle phase. So that's why one of the reasons why I like not having Sedna. It's not gonna eat up a grade 1 spot. So further on, if you add a card, if you search for that card, same Riviere card, it's same grade as your Vanguard, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. So there's no minus, the only cost is counter +1. So that's a pretty decent skill for a counter +1. Not too heavy. Second skill is an axe skill. Soul +1 card with Riviere that's card name. Probably want to soul blast this card in order to for this card to fetch it up for you from the drop. Or this card. This is the two cards that you'll probably try to search up. Either this or this early game. Use this, or this grade 3 turn or more to search for this. So skill, so plus one card with Riviere in its card name. And this unit and one of your Riviere units, so you can choose the Vanguard. In its card, Riviere in its card name, get plus 10,000 until end of turn. So you give two units, this unit and one Riviere unit, power plus 10,000. EOT. So it's a decent support actually because you get to search up a specific Riviere, probably this Riviere from your deck, or sometimes this Riviere if you're in your grade 2 turn. Decent support. Thank you, Bushi Road. If I ever this deck won't be sold anytime soon or in the future, I'll probably try to get ownership of this deck and have this my main force deck. I don't know. It's a good clan. I mean, Bermuda has always been a good clan. Specifically, this deck is good for me, in my own opinion. I'm not running, what do you call this? Next grade 2. I think other people are running list a lot. But at the same time, I don't want to run list a lot. Not because it's a bad card. I can actually suggest to other people to run list a lot if you have bad management of soul, because this deck actually eats up a lot of soul for other people. I've watched other people play this deck. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next creator that's in the deck list of this deck. An old support, VEB11 also. When you're Vanguard with Riviere, Vanguard auto skill. And his card name is Place. This unit gets plus 10,000 to end of turn. So it's not limited for the battle phase. It's also it also activates if ever it survives your opponent's turn. So when your normal ride gets plus 10,000, when you ride over a Riviere during the battle phase using top idol Riviere skill, it gets another plus 10,000. So it's not a hard once per turn. So that's maybe another reason why Bushiroad errated top idol, because if you can ride 4 times, you can probably get this card plus 40,000 back then. Yeah, there. Final grade 1, only one copy. Pearl Sisters Perla. This is a tech card, and you can probably assume that I'm running its pair. So one copy of Perla, one card of Pearly. So both have this continuous of you may only have one of this card in your deck. So it's not actually a choice. It's in its skill. Only one copy per card in the deck. And her skill, if you have this, you have this in your rear, both of them in your rears. This one gets plus 20,000 plus 1 crit. This one gets plus 18,000 plus 1 crit. Is it right? Yeah, 18,000 plus 1 crit, 20,000 plus 1 crit. When I piloted this deck, I actually kept these two in my hand until late game, or to push mid game to force my opponent to guard when they're 4 damage. In order when I comboed in the late game using this card in order for multiple attacks. So maybe that's the reason why the owner of this deck put these two in this deck. Alright, moving on, grade 1. Old support, Loftiest Pierre Evge. Its skill, auto, triggered circle. Whenever Vanguard of your this card name is Place, not specifically in the battle phase, or can be done also when in the right phase. You may have one or if you have one or less face of cards in your damage zone, the target's unit draw a card and counter charge one. So a suggestion play is that swing with this early on. No, I don't think so. Yeah, swing with this. Then once you're at the end of battle, your top idol swings. When you visit skill and road again, you you get to choose which auto goes first. Either top idol's first skill or this skill. So if you don't have if you need another open damage zone card in order to use Riviere's first skill, which is a counter blast, yeah, a counter blast one. If you need to open up in order to use that draw two, you can probably use these skills first, then go for top idol. That's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. So that's probably one of the plays that I've done when we're casually fighting remotely, because people are kind of busy this month. Everyone's doing their midterms, everyone's doing projects, etc. Everyone's busy. I think I'm the only dude in our community that's not busy. Well, I'm busy, but I make time for Vanguard. Wow, priorities. So that's the skill of Evsh. And that's how I use Evsh. Usually in the battle phase. Because I'm usually fighting against control nowadays. Probably Kagero or Narukami or something else. So in order to fully use this card's optimal usage, have it fully utilized, use its skill when you superior road, use superior ride during battle phase using top idol Riviere. Holy frick. I'm so no bleep or anything. Holy frick. 17 minutes. I'm gonna speed it up. We're almost done actually. Of course, you can say Riviere deck profile without the grade 1 Riviere. Mermaid Idol Riviere. I think everybody knows the skill, but I'm still gonna say it. Axe skill, hand, soul plus 1, ride this card on a grade 1. So look at top 7 cards from top of your deck. Move it up to 1 card with the variance card name. From a Monday, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. If Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere was soul blasted for this cost, draw a card. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Soul plus 1. In the first time you use this, you get plus 2 for your hand. If you use it again, you get plus 1 using the top 7 if you get a Riviere by checking top 7. Then rear guard skill, if it's in the back row, it gets plus 2,000. So it's a 10k booster, more or less. 10k booster. Last grade 1 in this deck, another new card, VEB 15 support, Twinkle Melody. It's Gleeful Mode Tavia. Gleeful Mode Tavia skill. Let's try to... There. Gleeful Mode Tavia skill. Vanguard Circle when in place. If you have Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere in your soul, look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck. Put up to 1 card from among them on top of your deck and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So you can probably set up for using Mermaid Idol Riviere skill. So ride this first. Check top 5. Set up 1 Riviere from the top 5 that you've seen using Tavia's skill. And set up a pile of trigger in the bottom. So in the mid or in the long run in the game that you're doing, you can get a stack of triggers more if that's probable in this deck. Probably die or win in standard right now. I mean V Premium. The way the meta is going so fast. So that's probably the use of this card. Set up a Riviere, the top deck, then when you use Mermaid Idol Riviere skill, When you check top 7, you're sure enough to get a Riviere, more or less. Then, the second skill, super useful. Um, it's not a hard one time use. Auto rearguard circle skill. When your Vanguard with Riviere in this card name is placed during the battle phase, soul plus 1 and counter charge 1. So you can probably reuse the skill and have, maybe if you have 3 or the all 4 in your field, but the most that I can have in my field in the latest that I've done, 3 cards in the back of this card. So pero road that counter soul plus 3 counter charge 3. So if you've seen the cards that uses up soul is Mermaid Idol, Riviere, Sporty Idol, Ines, Tavia. That's pretty much all the cards that uses up soul in this deck. So more or less, you're not supposed to have a problem in dealing with your soul in managing your soul. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm not running, or why I did not put, what you call this? This a lot. But if you want to put run that card, it's up to you. If you want to run Sedna, it's up to you. But if you're going to run Sedna, the card that will probably remove in this deck list is probably this 4. You can change this into 4 Sedna. And you can probably what else? You can probably change this 3 into Liselot. If you want to remove this 2, it's up to you, whatever card you want to put into. If you're afraid of chaos, you can probably change these 2 into clear frames if you want, or change 3 of these into clear frames, then 2 Liselots. It's up to you. Moving on, triggers. Of course, we're running crits. In other builds, they're running 12 crits, 4 of the sentinel crits. In my build, I'm running a variation. I'm running 7 crits, 2 of which are Sentinel, the new card. You call this? Reina. So it's a Sentinel crit. 30k guard. Reason, I only have 2 draw PGs, but more or less it works for this deck, having only 7 crits and 5 draws. Yes, I'm running 5 draws. 2 of which are draw PGs, the glitter baby Lenny, I don't know. So 5, 7. 7, 5. And of course, 4 heals. Finally, starter, Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere. No other choice for starter because most of this card, I think, and this card, this card specifies that you need this starter. So that's the deck profile for this. The profile updated version for Riviere, my own version. Twinkle Melody update. Oh yeah, you might want to look to the deck list. Wait, I will set it up. Already said the suggestions. Hopefully, nobody would say your build needs Sedna, your build needs less a lot. I know. You can probably run those cards if you want. But this is all I have. I have list a lot, but I prefer not to run those because I own those less a lot, I don't know, pronunciation wise. I prefer to not run those because I own those. These cards, though, I don't own these cards, so editing it would be bad because it will be false marketing for my sale post to have a difference in the list in here in the sale post. There. Oh my god. There you go. That's the deck list. You have a glimpse. I can set the tripod higher because my tripod is actually a second hand me down from my eldest brother. So it's kind of busted. This is the maximum height I can use it. Anyways, that's the deck list. 25 minutes. Goddamn, I'm so sorry for having another long deck profile. I'm trying to explain some of the ways I use it while I'm doing the deck profile. So thank you for watching. Subscribe as always. Help me reach 100 subs or more. Leave a like if you want. Comment if you want. Everything. Your opinions are always welcome here. And share this video if you want. Then maybe hit that bell button if you want to be notified for the next uploads. Thank you for watching.